Alright everyone, it is Finn here, and today I'm going to be taking you through two very different football experiences, where I went to my local club, Cape Town City, here in South Africa, to try out their cheapest tickets available, and to compare them to their most expensive tickets available, to answer the age-old question, do you have to spend more money to enjoy a football experience even more? I'm not sure anyone's ever asked that question, but regardless, today I'll be answering it. Now, I got very lucky because while looking to buy tickets to watch my local club, Cape Town City, I saw that two of the biggest clubs in the country's history, Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, were coming to Cape Town City's stadium just 3 days apart, so I knew I absolutely had to buy the tickets.
I don't do if, buts and maybes, I do absolute.
Now for game number one, we're going to go watch Kaizer Chiefs, the most successful team in the country's history, maybe quite well known for having players such as Shabalala in the past. This will be our cheap ticket experience, which works out just over £4 per ticket, and we'll get to see what the experience is really like sitting in the crowd and what South African football is all about. But without wasting any more of your time, let's get to our first game.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go.
Now, arriving at the beautiful DHL Stadium, you could see Kaizer Chiefs fans absolutely anywhere, and you could sense a tiny bit of opposition fan dominance, as they were there in their thousands. And that became even more apparent as you entered the stadium, as they came singing down the stairway. In terms of our seating arrangement, considering these were the cheap tickets, you sat so close to the stadium and you could really feel the energy. I mean, even before the game, the energy was absolutely electric.
See, I've never actually experienced that sort of atmosphere at a game before. It's absolutely electric.
And we even showed up on the big screen, but I didn't catch it on camera.
Are you serious?
They just showed us on the TV. We don't even know what to do. They just showed us on the TV. That's so cool. I don't know how to prove it.
But now it was finally time to jump into the game. Now, something I've really fallen in love with when it comes to African football is the absolute physicality and relentlessness of the players. And it is totally a skill-based game, as players really do want to prove themselves and make a name for themselves. This was also a huge match because at the time both teams were sitting mid-table, which I guess really shows a lot about me in terms of my taste in football club, as I'm also a United fan.
Becoming emotional now.
But regardless of that, Kaizer Chiefs, with the backings of their fans, were absolutely brilliant throughout the game and really were on the front foot, especially in the first half.
Half-time still 0-0. Cape Town City are just not shooting. They are not shooting. And it's become a huge problem for them. At the same time though, we are enjoying it. We are enjoying it. The new DRC centre-back for Cape Town City, man of the match. He is a beast. He is gigantic. We hope for more in the second half though. We hope for more.
Now, regardless of the ticket prices, this experience was absolutely brilliant. As I said earlier, you could really feel the energy of the fans around you. And once again, no matter whether that ticket costs you £4 or £12, it was brilliant. And now with slightly limited chances, Cape Town City really did fight back for majority of the game, no matter how relentless Kaizer Chiefs were. But the tables totally turned when Cape Town City's Venezuelan striker Darwin Gonzalez had an absolute moment of brilliance. As he scored that goal, you could absolutely feel the eruption of the crowd. It was absolutely beautiful.
This game is brutal. Top level sport is fantastic.
But despite the fact that he got the winner, the man of the match was given to Fasika, who had an absolutely defensively brilliant game and was an absolute beast throughout. And hey, I even got a response when I said well done to him after the game.
King in the castle, king in the castle.
I promise to remember all of you when I get to the very top. But in terms of an overall experience, considering these were the cheap tickets, I mean, there are food vendors that come to you with food. Maybe you had to go for a bit of a walk for beer or coffee, but our seats were fantastic. The energy was fantastic. Solid 9 out of 10. But hey, I had to buy myself something the next day to prepare for the expensive game.
Yes, now ladies and gentlemen, it is now 2 days after the Chiefs game, 1 day before the Pirates game. I am super excited, so I thought I'd give a quick review of game number 1, along with picking something up for game number 2. Let's take a look. And a brand new Cape Town City home shirt. Okay, now that is a beautiful kit. Look at that. Look at the pattern. I am super excited. Now my dad can at least wear the old one to the next game, but that is a beautiful kit. Proper 10 out of 10.
With the brand new jersey looking pretty good, if I may add, it is now time for our expensive football experience, which I'm going to let you guys know only costs about £13.
What?
And the real question is, how much more can you get for just £13? Well, I'm going to let you know, a box lounge seat. But how good is it? Now heading to the game, we definitely saw a lot more traffic heading to this one, which did worry us quite a bit. And as we got to the stadium, you could see the Orlando Pirates fans were not joking. They were there even more in their thousands than the Chiefs fans. Is that even correct English? Probably not. Okay, we're officially at the stadium. I think we're feeling pretty ready, pretty excited.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many people. You can hear the noise in the background, so this is going to be quite festive.
Yeah, and Pirates fans are here in their numbers. It is crazy, look at that. But at least in terms of getting to our seats, we didn't have to take the stairs, we had an elevator.
That tastes like promotion!
Which was quite full of people, so we still took the stairs, but they were nicer stairs. Now one thing I really did like is before even getting into the luxury box, they had their own merch store outside of the expensive seats. Which no, of course I didn't buy anything, don't be ridiculous. But it was finally time to see what the expensive tickets, aka £13, got you in a South African football stadium. But finally entering through the private suite doors, our jaws absolutely dropped as you walked through the private lounge, straight onto a view of the entire field. It was beautiful.
I think I just peed a little.
On top of that, there was our own private bar which we grabbed beer at, and there was even their own DJ there. And I mean, hey, even the seats were far more comfortable and we sat right in front of the camera crew. And the company was quite interesting up there because there were a lot of Europeans, and we even sat not too far from Roger de Sá, who is managerial loyalty in South Africa. To be honest, for only like £8 more, there was a lot on offer.
Okay, are we ready? Game time.
We're ready. What an awesome atmosphere. And better seats than I could ever have imagined. Perfect.
Yeah, wow, I did not expect that.
Absolutely impressive. I don't know anywhere else in the world where you can pay 300 grand. That's like what, 15 pounds and sit in a grandstand.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
But jumping into the actual football experience, Orlando Pirates, much like Kaizer Chiefs, were on the front foot for many parts of the game, but once again Cape Town City showed their defensive resilience. But I was impressed with Cape Town City on many aspects in terms of the kind of skill they had on display. The game was absolute madness, and we were surprised by halftime that it was still 0-0.
Halftime, 0-0. I think we take that going into halftime.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. So we've weathered the storm in the first half, so I'm hoping for a big turnaround second half.
We need to pick it up.
Definitely.
And once again, comparing to the Kaizer Chiefs fans, the Orlando Pirates fans, even from the luxury box, you could feel their energy. It was tense, especially when Orlando Pirates won a penalty. Stole a penalty, sorry.
Very good.
Now, I'm going to say right here, right now, whether you actually sit down in the stands or up in the luxury box, you can feel the energy of football fans all around you, and it really reminds you that at the end of the day, it is the football which we absolutely love. Especially when seconds later, Darwin Gonzalez once again scored the winner.
Come on.
Yep, Darren Keat absolutely enjoyed that one as well, and he did win Man of the Match. But that concludes our expensive football experience, and now we can finally compare the two. Is it worth it? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the cheaper football experience is a solid 9 out of 10. The food vendors come to you, the drinks aren't that far away. You do have to share bathrooms, which I don't have footage for that for obvious reasons.
It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace.
And ultimately, you can fully feel the energy of the fans around you. In terms of the expensive football experience, to be honest, it's also a solid 9 out of 10. Maybe the big bonus is the fact that you do get a merch store there in the expensive area, but at the end of the day, I pretty much stayed in my seats anyway because I didn't want to miss the game. The only annoying thing is maybe people crossing your path constantly because drinks were so readily available. But at the end of the day, football is football. Just because you're in a luxury box doesn't mean that you're not still with football fans. The experience was absolutely brilliant either way, and it actually all goes down to your personal preference. And hey, in South Africa, for it to only be £13 for an expensive experience, I do have to recommend that everyone tries it at least once because that is not bad. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you did enjoy today's video. It is something totally different to what I have done before. Of course, please do subscribe if you do want me to do more stuff like this in the future. I would really appreciate it. But guys, this has been Finn, FYNN. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Cheers. We are victorious.